welcome. Roses like investigator, hell, everybody welcome. Roses like investigator. So guys, it's been a while since I posted a video on YouTube. Probably was it November? I think it was. So since that happened, I moved to Providence, Rhode Island, and I still continue to do my Patreon channel, which I'm going to give more information about later on. But I just want to do a little intro, and let's get started. Okay. So I'm back on YouTube with a summary of news from an intuitive perspective. I have a Patreon page where I research and send out today's actual news and discuss them on the live stream 3 times a week. So this is the email I send out just because I feel like a lot of people don't know, and they keep, when I come on YouTube, they ask me questions from what other people might have said, but I really go by what's going on in the news. And I send out this email with all the news links. And then I'll be working off of that, and I will be clicking on a lot of those news as I discuss what's going on. I do personal readings and health-related readings, which you can book on my website, and the link is right here. Last year, I started teaching my method, basically, how to have visions, right? So close your eyes and understanding how to access your intuitive abilities and also how to communicate them to others. And it's a 5-meeting class, like five Thursdays of this, starting in March and April. So it's 5 meetings and very small class. It's live and it's online. And everyone that has been on my class has been able to do visions, quote unquote, kind of like how I do them. Okay. So it's interesting. So if you're interested, the link is right here. Okay. All right, great. So let's get started. Oh, everybody, welcome. Roses like a basket of hell. Everybody, welcome. Sorry, guys. I was like, you know, I have problems. I have addiction. It's like I was outside. I put on makeup really early this morning. And then it's nice sometimes to just test it. So I was like, oh, look, I'm looking pale here. So good to see you guys. So good to see you. I hope you can catch me. Oh, what? ISF. Oh my God. Oh my God, ISF. Oh my God. Oh my God. What? Okay, not okay. Okay, and I had a reaction here. No, not that okay, so good to see you. Okay, ISF, I was worried. I was thinking about you lately a lot. And people who were asking about you, some peoples that I have calls with, they're like, where's ISF? What's going on? And so, wow, it's interesting that you came back. What? You know, and guys, you know, sometimes it's like, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do. Okay. I was like, do I call, you know, do I contact people? And then I'm like, if I contact them, it's like, you know, I don't know. I just let them, you know what I mean? So it's good to see you. What? It's a long time no see. SF. Okay. So sorry, I'm putting on some makeup here because like I said, to warm it. Guys, can we, oh my God. So good to see everybody. Not just, okay. It's not that easy, no, it's just because I haven't seen ISF. Good to see everybody. Donna, Jess R, Jojo, Catherine, aka Aloe Cat, Kimberly, and don't say, okay, Francie, okay, so guys, okay, so wow, Jojo, yeah, that's fine. Guys, please, I feel bad. I still feel trauma, you know, I feel like I regret when I go off, you know, sometimes I am so like weirdly about facts sometimes, you know, that I can be like, no, but it's not, no, you know how it can be. I hope you don't take it personally, okay? Sometimes you probably don't.
because I sound so, anyway, guys, what about the day to day? When I got the news, I was almost like, I was very anxious this afternoon when I saw everything happening. And I was like, wow. Oops. So I was like, we have to talk. It's urgent, this whole thing. Okay, it's very urgent. As we know, the whole thing with Putin and the Ukraine situation, okay? And even though I had said before that I don't think, I hadn't seen a huge thing happening. Oh my God, you know what, guys? One second, I'm gonna turn off the light in the back because it's bothering me here. See, there's like a ray here. One sec. I'm still here. I can hear you here. Just gonna walk around and change things, okay? So, oh my God, so the Putin situation is very disturbing, okay? But I want to know what's going on. And also, guys, tomorrow. So I thought it was very interesting that tomorrow it's the return of Pluto. Is that Pluto return, something like that? As you know, I'm not an astrologer, but like, it's significant. Like the U.S. Oh my God, I didn't do. I'm so mad. Sorry, I am mad at myself. I can't believe I didn't do it. Okay, now almost should work this time. Okay, so like, guys, it's like it's like the return of not Saturn, Pluto. So it should be very, dramatic. I think this is like, did you see, guys, the thing I wrote is like the Declaration of the Independence. So it's a big deal. I think it's the real shift. Guys, and it reminds me of the tower. Usually when I think, Pluto tends to have this like darker effect. So like, and then we have this Putin situation, and then we have like, like I said, I had planned to do something else today, but I think this whole situation, both the Pluto thing and the Putin thing, we have to talk about it, okay? Okay, hi, hi, Sparkles, okay, good to see you, okay? So, all right, so guys, okay. So guys, okay, so now let's go. Oh my God, it's kind of crazy, right? Okay, so all right. So okay, so guys, oh my God. No, let's send it, guys. It's also funny. Okay, I've been sending energy and doing prayers for people more. I always have apps, but it's like I have this like random app that like does like count certain seconds. So I have a list of things to send to people, and it makes me feel so good. Even people here group, like it's good. It really is a good thing. So it's good to see nice stuff. Okay, and because sometimes you worry, I worry sometimes, everything. Okay, guys, but seriously, let's talk about this whole Putin situation. And I couldn't even watch there was a press conference. It's not that I'm like, oh, I don't speak Russian, of course, like I don't know what he's saying, but it's like disturbing. People were saying that the conference, he was sounding like a crazy person, and that he's like, he's losing it. Guys, another thing that this is just reading comments on the internet, it's not watching. People are saying, oh, he looks like he has Parkinson's, like something is off with him. And then I wrote something like, guys, Parkinson's, it's not okay. They don't know exactly the cause of it, but it's related in many cases to metal poisoning, heavy metal poisoning. So for example, people who are welders, or like there's some kind of, if you're exposed to metals, and as you know, a lot of these poisonings have to do with these very complex metal-like things. It's like basically poisons the liver, and then it affects. This is I saw when I do also with readings, health readings, that it affects the brain and the area of the brain specifically that has to do with movement. So I thought, you know what, guys, it's possible that he is, I've seen this before, that he's this very like poison in a very sophisticated way, and it's almost like I feel like he could be aware of it. You know what I mean? If it's just like, it's so interesting, it's dangerous time. But then there's people who are. It's just it's such an interesting. You know what I mean? Don't you think it's a very interesting time? Very interesting time. So I want to look into this. Okay. Oh. So So okay. Oh, hi Christina, good to see you. Okay, so oh my god. So guys, okay, so let me do a lot of tests of protection, beautiful real light comment on my has a breathing from Alex. Without just protected net, the light test information coming from the higher source. Okay, so send the energy. Don't have a little pillow here. Send a little energy to everybody. Send the energy. And then all the sending lights so that we may find a way towards peace and to remove trash people. Okay. Okay. And guys, you know what's so interesting? It's not interesting, it's a little bit sad. Well, not sad, like sad, but my mom and I we disagree. You know, she doesn't think she's not anti like me. She's not like a hawk. No, she's like, oh, but you know, the US has always done so many bad things to the world. Like it's, you know, she's very like she's on Facebook, guys. She's a you know, she should know better. But she is like, you know, so I disagree with her. And I was like, well, but have you seen that Putin was out there, you know, shaking hands with Bolsonaro? Do you like Putin? Do you think he's that great? Look who he's hanging with. So you have disagreements. She's like, Ukraine is a horrible country. They are full of Nazis over there. They're really, you know, back in the day, I worked with a Ukrainian woman. She was mean. She was mean. Yeah, she was mean. You understand? Ukrainians are not good people. They're not good people. Why are you defending them? So it's so strange, you know. It's like it's so strange because I was like, so it's just hard because guys, I feel, you know, and the thing is, it's so strange for me. I understand the US, of course, has a history of causing wars in all kinds of other countries, but Putin and me, it's personal. It feels something about the Putin situation. The whole, it's personal. For me, it's personal because they're trying to take out. At the end of the day, the motherfucker wants to take out our voting rights. You know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, he is like the leader of this whole like I don't know. I really don't like. I really don't like. Putin is personal. It's like it's personal, guys. You know, and I think he hates women. Okay, you know, guys, do you remember the story of like the guy who was poisoned, Litvinenko, I think his name was. Remember there was a guy who was poisoned in London. It was one of the first ones to be poisoned. And the whole thing is that he showed the picture of Putin with a boy. I think, you know, he has those, you know, it's like, you know what I mean? Like the child, you know what I mean? Like the whole thing, you know what I mean? I really think he hates women. And I think he just like, it's personal. For me, it's personal. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, guys, this is why I didn't have particularly strong feelings about other governments or even if they're bad people or whatever, like, but this guy, it's personal. Because, you know, he brought the trash. Guys, do you remember, you know, hi, Audrey, like, I'm just saying that my mom, if you miss, my mom and I disagree on Putin. She's like, she hates, she's like, oh, but Ukraine is a really, you know, they feel like a right wingers over there. It's a horrible country. People are mean. Yeah, they are. So exactly, guys. You know, don't you think it's like he has a thing about women, especially you know, women of color, especially like African? Don't you think? I think it's for these people, it's personal to me because they wanted to remove my rights. You know, guys. You know, one thing that's over in Russia where they remove any laws protecting domestic violence. You know, it's just like it's just awful. I'm sorry, I don't care about that guy. I really, I, you know, I want, you know, be nice to have peace, but I have to say, I'll think it's a good day when we're rid of that motherfucker. Okay, that guy. I'm done with him. I'm so done with him. I am so done with him. Oh, that's right, Jojo. Exactly. I know exactly what you're talking about. Guys, do you see the face of the guy? The guy that he poisoned, I know his name. His face is totally green. He used to be really handsome, and then he sort of miraculously survived. And his face is like became green, like it's like full of like pot marks. Okay, so it's like it's really awful. Like guys, the guy is I'm sorry, really don't like that guy. I don't wish I don't have any like this both sides bullshit. Yeah, it's really like my God, it's like so awful. Like I'm sorry, like I really don't like that guy. And it's like he's not the only one, of course, but he's one of those people, guys, that you could say the world would be better off. That's right. I think the world will be better off without him. Okay. Um. So, but anyway, so the guy that was the guy that was poisoned that died, Litvinenko or something like that. I think some people say that it's because he was gonna, tell the world about it. Okay, and then he got mad. Putin was like, got mad at him. Of course, right? Because he's a creep, freak, trash. Okay. So like, okay, so guys, it's really like, I really like, it's a really, I'm sorry, like I really know. I'm not happy for that guy. I don't care. Like, and like I said, guys, I don't even have any particularly strong feelings about all these other governments anywhere in the middle. I don't really, you know what I mean? Like, I don't have like feelings or anything like that. But God, this guy, no. So let's say last protection. I like to understand here. So what's going on? So guys, okay, so you saw the news. I don't even I sent a lot of articles out today, but the bottom line is that, so what Putin did is that he declared there's some specific areas of Ukraine that are like Russian, right? He's like, oh, I recognize their independence. So what he's gonna do is gonna invade. No, it's Russian territory. Yeah. So so he did that. He wrote, he signed something. And then that's part one. Part two is that Europe said that there's going to be sanctions, and Biden said that there's going to be sanctions only in the region. So guys, I want to know, for me, I would like to, maybe their first question is like, why can't we have stronger sanctions? What is preventing? What is preventing? I'm like, I'm kind of I just feel like he gets away with so much. I don't understand. I really don't. Okay, why does he get away with so much? Why are we like, is it because like truly like other wars, Afghanistan, whatever, there was like oil, and everyone was like, oh yeah, it's oil, let's go get it. Why is it that like, I'm sorry, why is it that there's like the sanctions are like, it to me feels like he gets away with way too much, like really way too much, okay? And you know what I mean? Like, is it exactly, Kate? It's like, how is the size of death of so many people? That's right. It's two guys, and I think honestly, when you think about it, it's really that there's a lot because the Russian economy, I was reading somewhere that is like basically consists of commodities, oil and gas. Okay, that's it. So of course, who else? The tax. I'm not saying, I'm talking about those the Bushes or whatever, right? Like they have a lot in common because they want to preserve that kind of economy. And I think, but it's just like that's what it is. I feel like there's always the only time wars, don't you think it happens, has something to do with oil usually. You know what I mean? Like the reality is like they use like but because Putin, that's what I think. Because sorry guys, if you don't mind, I have a problem. I have addiction, weird like OCD thing. I don't know what it is, but Putin, because like he was with he likes oil. He pushes oil. Then nobody is going to do anything against him. So okay, so like it's really upsetting to me. I'm just like, I don't understand what else do you have to do? Like really, what else? It's like, and then it's like we don't learn from history. It's like Audrey saying he's like mini Hitler. Like, what else are we waiting for? What else do you need to know? What else do you need to know? Okay. So that's what I was. Okay, so what's going on here? What is it gonna do? And I want to know. Okay, let me find out what's going on. And then also I like to ask my prediction in the past, where I said that like he's not going to do much, and that as soon as he starts, it's going to be really bad for him. So is it really? Okay, so tell me what's going on with him. Okay, so I'm going to do this in parts, okay guys, and maybe I'll leave the cards for a little bit later, but I have to tell you this. So what I see is that he's sitting on like a chair, like a big chair, almost like a throne, and there's like something on the seat itself, like a circular thing that is like has electrodes, like it's burning him, like electrical shocks. I don't think they are really okay. I feel like what I understand from this is that he knows his days are his days are near. What is it like? He has an expiration date really soon. So but at the same time, I do think he's like feeling these electrodes, and I think he's losing his mind. Because guys, imagine being that powerful where you create propaganda, you create lies constantly. And then you realize that like you start to believe it. Actually, he starts to believe it. It's almost like and I think this is the, guys, it's almost like the stuff that we're afraid about Trump. It's scary with him because he's intelligent. He can manipulate people much better than like than Trump. So I feel like he's like feeling, so we're gonna go, yeah, like, and at the same time, I think he's feeling like he's losing control of his body. Something is off, and he can't trust. Obviously, he can't trust anybody, and he has some suspicions. And at the same time, I feel like he knows he has to do because he wants people to be afraid of him. That's the thing. That's what I understand here is like his food is fear, and it's like the devil, you know what I mean? That's like very devilish. It's always like that. They want people to be afraid of them, so he wants fear. It's almost like it's honestly not so much that he feels like he wants something out of Ukraine. He's more like, I want you to fear me, I want you to be afraid of me, and I want you to like fear me. That's what he wants. And I think again, guys, it's because, and I see, guys, this is images of the place even today, the whatever palace he has these conferences, and it's like huge table, and he's always very distant from people, even the people that work with him, very far away. And I see it's like this very cold marble, and he's very like, he doesn't touch anything, he knows like people hate him, okay, even the people that may agree with him, okay, even the people that may agree with him are like it's just they don't like, they know the guy, it's always too it's like, okay, sort of like they're kind of telling them it's okay, it was nice to gamble, time to move on, because we're losing everything, okay. And as we know, guys, those people in those governments, whatever business elites of Russia, they, if they were happy, they're not happy there. You know how, guys, I was so shocked to see that Putin apparently has a giant yacht parked in Hamburg, Germany. Like, what the hell? Like, if you're gonna do this to the world, you can't have your stupid. You have to decide. And it's like, really, I think those okay, I'm sorry to say this, but what is the point of being rich in Russia if you can't go anywhere? Like, really, you're gonna be there, the tundra, like minus 100 degrees. I don't know where. Siberia, like Siberia. Really, we want to go hang out in Siberia? No, but you know what I mean? Those people that have money there, they want to spend it in the West, anywhere but there. So that's what I think is like, he knows that, like, and guys, okay. And the other weird thing, I get this, is that, guys, I never, I was not, I'm like, oh no, sometimes I watched some documentary or read something about Stalin, and how at very end, Stalin was way worse than, I don't want to say worse than Putin, but it was like, that was very bad. I think maybe worse than Putin, to the point where like even his own children, he didn't care for them, and he was very cold, and like he started to like, he didn't trust anybody. He would kill his own family members, get them killed. And the same, he died with this crazy paranoia, and there's speculation that he was poisoned, which is possible, right? But I feel like the same kind of vibes. The guy is losing his mind because he doesn't have any allies anymore. It's all about fear, right? And everybody like, and it's kind of like those guys, those dudes start to think, okay, is it really worth this guy? Like, we got all this money, but he's crazy. It's too much. We're losing the stuff that we care about. We can't go anywhere. Everybody, you know what I mean? So it's a lose-lose situation, okay? Because he's obsessed about he's obsessed about these like fantasies that he had about history. And so that's that. That's what I get. Okay. Now, very interesting, guys. Oh my god. So that's again. I mean, now let me continue, because that's what I saw today. What's going on now? Tell me about what's going to happen. What's happening with Ukraine? What's actually going to happen? I see that he signed a decree that said that he's going. Okay, so what's going to happen? Artillery. Okay, I'm have to tell you. I'm gonna, because okay, guys, it's the kind of thing where like I have to just start to communicate with you, because it's a lot of. I feel like the images are interesting, but kind of like I just have to start sharing, okay? And then it's going to be gradual. Okay, so then I see this image. This guy, very strange, because he reminds me of like images of a World War II, and it's those people with like those army whatever clothes with like goggles and night goggles and things. And then they're like, getting into position. But then I see I see a giant, like almost like a giant. It's what's so interesting. It's almost like an image of like two different eras colliding. Like one is like 1945 or something, 40, whatever. Another one, then there's a huge airplane coming on top, and it drops it's like makes everything dark and drops a bomb and it's over. So it's kind of like I have to ask because on the one hand, it could, I don't want to be like it's going to be chemical weapons, because that's one thing that what chemical weapons does is like people die like this. But I also wonder if it's something like that the power of the West is so, the West meaning NATO and everything. It's almost like they're planning something and they're completely stopped. Like with something that we don't even know exists. Okay, like some crazy weapon like that. So what is happening? What is this? So tell me. Okay, so where is the, okay, what is the Russian, okay, what is the plan for the Russian army? What do they want to do? Are they going to try to like truly destroy these areas? What are they going to do? Occupation, okay, occupy that. Sorry for the hands, sorry for the hands. So guys, okay, so it's kind of interesting, okay. I don't, okay, again, I don't know if it's gonna happen. So I see that they're okay. So we know, guys, that he did that in I forgot, was it the Crimea? They did it to a specific region. And to be fair, there are regions in Ukraine that have a lot of Russian speakers. The languages are very similar, but it's a different, it's like not the same country, as you know. So there are pro-Russia areas, truly, but that's not an excuse to invade the country, right? So then they have experience from the past, right? In the 2015 or 14 or something. So then they're going to sort of do the same, try to plan to do the same thing, but this time, and this is what I don't know if this is true, and I'm like, really? So are you familiar with Israel? What happens in Israel, right? So Israel, it has like a very advanced weapons defense system, and what it has is this missile defense system. So what it does is that, like, it's really amazing that, like, if there's like a missile from somewhere, then they, like, it's an automatic thing that, like, will stop it like that on its tracks. So that's what I see happening. It's like that suddenly Ukraine, like, there's like a wall of, iron wall or whatever, boom, and they can't, like, it was just, imagine, it's the same. This must be really interesting as an experience, because they know the area really well. They are familiar with that area, right? And then, and they're like, oh, we're gonna do that. We're forget about it. So then, but the moment they move, like, it's like a whole other universe. And it's like they're just dealing with something. And it's saying that because those countries were so intertwined, and there's like those mobsters there and everything, they were able to kind of get away with it before the US and NATO got involved. And now it's literally like, I can't even tell you guys, it's almost like me if I see a bear. Those insane people that go in the lion, you go in the zoo and people are like, hey, I'm gonna pet that lion. I've seen the people, the mentally ill people that go like, hey, and then the lion just eats the person, you know what I mean? Like, or like, you know what I mean? Like, the gets mauled by the bear. Those kind of people like, oh, but it's not even that, it's something so huge. Oh, it reminds me, this is a better example. I told you I was watching all these mountaineering documentaries, and it's people like, oh, have you ever climbed a mountain? No. Have you ever used the crampons for the boots? No. Have you ever, done anything, have gone high out? No. I'm gonna climb the Everest. I am. So it's like people die because they like think that they can just think that it's a mind, it's a thing of the mind, but it's not. It's like you have to have this thing. It's completely unprepared. They are completely unprepared. So it's kind of that, guys. It's almost like me trying. I don't even know what, like, I know I can't even try to imagine. Like, imagine if I was like gonna go to like Fort Bragg, like, hey, excuse me, I'm gonna go climb. Like, it's just like something. I don't even know how to say it. It's like, hello, you can't, it's like really it's like a ragtag army versus a real army. Okay, really, because it's something that they don't, it's almost like, they, I don't know, guys, because you know how the whole thing with Russia and Putin, very up, they have trolls, right? They're like, I'm gonna, oh, Biden, Brandon, haha, Brandon, whatever they think is this funny. They think because they've been very successful at trolling. Trolling is not like, trolling is different. It's like saying things, but when you actually go and do things, it's like, ah, and then I see the guys running, please, I'm running away, I need to run away, I don't know what's happening. Ah, like I don't know, guys, it's just something like, and I don't quite understand, I don't quite understand how, but at the same time, I just, I want to, okay, let me continue because it's kind of strange. I have a question, maybe this will help. Will there be casualties? Will there be deaths? Because you know what I mean, like this will tell you. So how many, okay, I'll just say this today, by the end of February, okay, let's just focus on this short period of time. How many deaths? Let's see, 0 to like 5 million, I don't know, so 0, 100, 200, 4. So I just, guys, what I see here is that could be up to 900. It's like a lot. I see there's like bombing of barracks of like the Ukrainian army or something. But I just, what I see is that it's just gonna look bad, okay? I mean, again, I could be wrong, of course, but it's very different when you have NATO. Like NATO it's not even the US Army alone. It's NATO, okay? Like it's really like it's powerful, okay? So like so it's not, and because guys, remember, like it's like, imagine fighting, because okay, Putin has done, guys, for example, there's a country called Georgia, you know what I mean, they invaded Georgia. Those countries, they're very poor and they like can barely like I didn't think they even resisted. They can barely mount a resistance over there. So it's not the same when you have NATO. It's like a whole other ball game. It's a whole other ball game, okay? A whole other ball game. So it's just like, for me, it's like guys, maybe a comparison be this. Imagine if I say, Serena Williams, let's come play tennis with me, because I say, I'm like, oh, Serena Williams, you don't know how to play tennis. Come play. I barely know how to hold a racket, but that would be the level of humiliation. You know what I mean? Like me, like if I try to like play tennis with Serena Williams, okay, it's like me, it's like that level of like, I know, excuse me, Serena Williams, you don't know how to play tennis. I know how to play tennis just because I said it. Like that's it. Like it's just something so embarrassing. Okay. It's so embarrassing. Like it's just like, it's like, sorry, like we're going to be embarrassed forever for even saying or thinking, you know what I mean? That kind of thing, like that. So okay, so that's, now let's see here. So what is going to happen? I just see, guys, it's honestly military. What I see here is that before it was like they knew, guys. It was more like, okay, what I sensed that what Putin did in Ukraine before was guerrilla warfare type things, like where he would like, they knew who the people were, where their names were, and they would attack them. Kind of like Lebanese type of war kind of situation. This is like, it's not. No. No, it's like something else. It's something else. It's not even on, okay, like it's not even on that level. Okay, like it's like it's like almost like a cartoon. So I don't know. So what's gonna happen? So Christine, she wrote here the names of the regions. So Luhansk and Donetsk. Donetsk. So what's gonna happen over there? Let's ask. What's gonna happen let's start with the first one. Luhansk. What's gonna happen in Luhansk over there? I see that they're like going, and there's a huge ditch, and they fall into a ditch. Bye. That's okay. And then the other one is more, there's more fire in the other region. But I think the other region is the region that has more NATO people, okay? And but guys, they have, okay, but they have 190,000 people. What is that? Okay, they have 190,000. Isn't that something? Isn't that something? Okay. Isn't that gonna count? Why? Okay, because the people are saying, I read on the internet that they say, okay, so if that the US even was saying they have 190,000 troops, they could easily take over Ukraine if they want. But are they gonna do that? What are they gonna do? First, start small, see like what they can get away with. That's the thing. It's saying that it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work because you have, guys, it's telling me that NATO has almost like, because I saw something that could be like, they could turn off their radar systems, like something like, how we see this high-tech warfare thing where like they turn off their radars, they can like turn off the internet, the phones, everything at once. So it's just something that will like be quick. And it's just like is that thing like it's just something that seems sudden, and then like they don't know how to react. They were not expecting it because they were talking the whole time. So okay, so are they going to be, so is it going to be a full-on war? What's going to happen? No, because it's saying that NATO is going to be very strict about fighting the borders. They're like, we're not going to go in the area where you're at, but if you come here, we want to defend this country. And guys, remember a long time ago I said that the US is going to have a basis over there. I see it happening. They're going to have a US base over there. Good luck. It was a very nice move, Putin. It was very smart. Very smart. So we're going to have a US base there and everything. So, and it's going to be the battle. It's going to be famous. The battle of those something. But it's only lasted 7 hours. and they turned back. So it's just something that happens, almost like they turn off the light. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see here. What's going to happen? So what's going to happen this week? Okay, what's going to happen this week? It's like, oh, wow. But I see, guys, what I see? I see that the guy, what's his name? Sergey, everybody's Sergey board. No. Lavrov. Lavrov is like, excuse me, President Putin. No, it's not working. It's not working, okay? He's telling him, and he's like, oh. It's not like it's like, because it's saying, guys, he was going with the idea of the USSR back when it used to be the actual USSR. It's not the USSR, doesn't exist anymore. They have depleted. Okay, you have depleted the whole, you know what I mean? Okay, so tell me what's happening. What's happening here? What's happening today and this whole thing? Okay, what's gonna happen? Is Putin gonna go ahead and invade these two areas? What's happening? Okay, creating harm. Look, creating harm. Okay, party's over here. Okay, but the families, people are. I think we're connected. A lady, doesn't matter who the. Oh, okay. You talk about grandmothers, and of something permanent. Okay, there's a deal. Or it could be, there was some kind of deal, like the end of stability that was achieved through some kind of deal. So they're going full on this. So but I sense, guys, that they're trying, like this card. Okay, one second, let me show you. The card here that appears, this one. This is this is creating difficulties. It's upside down. So I think he wants to create these hardships so that people will capitulate. Okay, and okay. Okay, love upside down, really? Sadness. Okay, then celebration, okay? Now, okay, so let's see. The gamblers, a lot of group of people. Too late. They gambled, they went too far, okay? And there's gossip and it's upsetting. So So what is Putin gonna win? Is he gonna get what he wants? Okay, so this is, I guess this will backfire because there was some kind of agreement, but then he goes behind the scenes and there's this shady people working for him. Okay, money. That's it. Money that is shady is gonna be cut. So they're gonna lose, guys. They're going to lose a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay. Oh, surprise. 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 Sick and widows. So I just feel like, guys, it's not gonna be, for some reason, and I have to ask also, I have a question that I've had, you probably have had this question too. What has taken them so long? Okay, messenger. The message is sending, he's too weak and the fortunes are down. So he's like, he's played with the wrong enemy. Okay. So guys, Maiden is when okay, so we know what happened. The guy, so you know the Manafort put the person in, put that guy in. Okay, he helped elect that guy that was pro-Russia. So the population revolted basically and kicked him out. They were fighting, they were like protesting, so that Putin had to send a helicopter in the middle of the night to get the guy back safely to Russia. And he never forgave Ukraine for that. Because basically they got their country back, basically, okay? So this was nice, but who have our friend, Manafort, helping out the enemy then. So, but anyway, but going back here, guys, just yeah, I just think it's a situation. It's a situation of like they completely they don't, okay, what I get that's so interesting. You know how like we were not prepared for what Putin did when he messed with the elections, he did all the mess. So we didn't think it was even conceivable. The same thing is going to happen to him now. Like he had no idea how much things had changed. He had no idea how much things had. Oh, I guess they are really helping them, huh? They are. They are. But so what I see is that actually Lavrov, when he goes to talk to him, he's gonna tell him like it's not working. We have to back. We have to like, what is it? Recede, go back. And but somehow they what is the word? It's sort of like they don't follow his orders because the military, the Russian military, like there's good people there, like they're not crazy, they're not suicidal. Okay, they're like, it's not gonna work. All these people are gonna die. It's gonna be terrible. So we can't do it. So he's like, but I think he's not, guys. He's on drugs. It's kind of crazy. He's losing his mind. Okay, so so okay, so guys, okay, so now I have a question. What has taken what? Okay, now let's talk about the sanctions. So what is the sanctions and why haven't we done something before? Why has it? It's a question. I don't get it. Like why? Okay, so the whole is saying the Putin, the Trump, we have the Trump thing. He was able, guys are saying that he was able to like a lot of the gains that he had were because of blackmail, not because they had real powers, because he could blackmail people into doing what he wanted. So like, so now he's actually facing not, you know what I mean, the power. So then Trump in a way gave a real, guys, remember how Trump would like kiss, even like, what's his name? That guy, what's his name? I forgot. Pompeo's like, oh, you have to respect Putin. He is a former KGB officer. The same thing. It's like, oh, be afraid of him. So now when the reality, it's like he can't handle it. He's not. And I see that things are really gonna change with him. Okay, it's like I see the timing again, this timing changing for him in the sense that like after this he's gonna, guys, it's kind of similar to Trump in the sense that he's not, his ego is not gonna be able to take it. He's gonna hide more. He's gonna be like okay, it's gonna be embarrassing for him. So okay, so guys, okay, so I'm trying to think here. Okay, so how Okay, so let's see, let me ask the question. What happens next? So it's saying, what happens next? They're gonna, okay, they're gonna, and I see, guys, is there something called Black Hawk? Black Hawk isn't a helicopter, is it? Black Hawk Dawn, is it a movie, Black Hawk something? Black Hawk, let's see. Is that right? What is that? Yeah, it just has, you know what I think? I think it's like, it's almost like the sense I get is that I'm trying to find out the whole like, was that right? Is that the sense is that like, it's like the way it's like there's Russia before and after. That's what I feel like. Before and after, because it's kind of like the way that it's like it's gonna make the you know, the New York Times and other newspapers like feel embarrassed because the way they're like, oh, Russia, and then when they see what the reality of it is, a ragtag army with makeshift things, okay, and it's not gonna look like, it's gonna be like, you know, like a replica of something. It's gonna be like, it's just gonna look so bad. So it's going to really make Putin look worse. It's gonna make them look worse. Okay. Okay. So it's kind of like, it's just, that's what I think. Okay. So because it's saying that, guys, it's not even like, it's not like the US is going into a country. It's not like the US is gonna be like, we're gonna invade. Nobody really wants to go into Russia to do what over there. Nobody cares. Like they just don't want them to kind of expand, right? So what's next? Okay. Oh no, the fortune upside down factions. That's it. He pushed Europe to go against him. Oh yeah, success. That's it. So the lights on again after, it's, guys, you know, it's the whole thing about confronting the bully, the bear. The bear could be Russia sometimes, right? The boss of the house, it could be the, okay. So there's order. I hope, you know, I hope so. Okay, this is like, okay, agreement, litigation. So there's after, okay, fighting, and the guy, okay, this guy here, a man, there's a man, several, lots of men. Okay, so I see, guys, that he's gonna be, because it's interesting, his personality is like he's gonna be strong armed into doing something. Okay, Victor sent down, so long time people, the people who had a lot of power, they're gonna lose it. And this is baby, I think, is also bad for Trump. So wow, it's kind of interesting, guys. No. Guys, you know, the New York Times, they're basically pushing the Russian propaganda. Okay, they're saying, oh, but Putin made a speech saying that there are historical ties between Russia and Ukraine. So it's like, guys, they're giving them way too much. Okay, too much power, too much space. Okay, so okay, what are the sanctions like? Are they're going to do these sanctions? Are the sanctions going to work? Are the sanctions going to work? Are the sanctions going to work? Expose the truth about Putin. Okay, aggression. Letter. Information. Guys, it could be, again, interesting. So it's like even the military, the stuff that he has been doing all along, the fake friends. So interesting. It shows the people here, Trump. So guys, you know, it could be really interesting. It's if the Biden administration starts to reveal here, because this is, if anything, guys, I think what Putin and the Republicans, this is how we connect now to them, back to our friends, the Republicans, is that they count on the Republicans. This is like how creepy, how bad it is. The dreamy secret. Okay, so the secret plans, all this, like they're already doing it in a way, the way they talk now. They expose the plans of Russia, but before it happens. So my God. So guys, it's saying that here it's gonna expose the Biden, the Putin things, and then so what I have, and then I see now I see somebody who's really sweating cold. For some reason, I see Rand Paul. He's like, because I think they're gonna start freezing somehow these accounts, guys. Like these think tanks that were actually funneling money to the U.S. and it's gonna be because the more they expose Russia, the more they expose the Republicans. Because guys, this is like a GOP stunt, right? Like whatever, like the Republic of mini Russia here, right? So it's like if the U.S. because it shows that the U.S. is gonna start freezing accounts here. And I see him, Biden, talking to Merrick Garland about it, making, okay, as part of the sanctions, we're going to freeze these and that accounts, and they're going to do this and that. But it's going to take the whole, guys, it's going to be very different from Trump. So this is kind of the interesting thing. They got in so easy with Trump, right? It was so good for them, right? They had got all these, like, think about, it's actually pretty cheap, a Republican. Like, you think about how much it costs to buy weapons versus like buying a Republican. It's very cheap. So now, so I see that, and it's like, so they got so confident because they could get away with so much, right? And it's saying that Trump would like basically cover for him. Whatever he did in the world, he could get away with it because at the end, the guys, imagine at the end of the day, he had the power of the US to like work undercover kind of. Okay, so okay. And he's saying business relationship. Guys, and I see our Prince, you know, he's the, oh my God, these people sick. Okay. So, okay, guys, okay, let me, oh my God, it's just very upsetting. Okay, so what's going to, let's just ask now, ask a different question. So guys,